and gentlemen, welcome to AoK Championship Wrestling and the AoK Royal Rumble. I am your host, the Ace of Knaves, and we have it absolutely packed here into the AoK Arena. We are jammed into this. We had to go. We're not even in the AoK Arena. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm so excited we got this thing going on here tonight. We're not wasting any time because we got not one Rumble. We got two Rumbles. We got a 10-woman battle royale over the top rope. You know how the Royal Rumble works. 10 women in, one stays. She goes on to face the Women's World Champion at WrestleMania. Same thing for the men, but there will be 30 goddamn superstars. 30 of y'all out there coming in to wreak havoc here in AoK, and I am fucking here for it. Gaming Duelist, welcome in. I don't believe it would take long before this chat starts popping, because it is one of the biggest nights here in AoK. This is one of my favorite times of year. This is like Christmas, but fucking not. Christmas without all the religious overtones, baby. Yeah. We got all kinds of matches. Kicking it off first, tag team elimination. The Shadow Syndicate. Them Shadow Boys. Trick shot at the driver's wheel. The Coyote Kid. In the Miss Daisy position. Here we go. Let me tell you guys, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you this. The Season 6 roster is slowly building piece by piece. So for all you people out there, for everybody, Gaming Duelist, I got you. We don't have Hero in 26, but not yet. Not yet. We haven't gotten that far. I promise you, we're working on that. We got plenty of time. We got plenty of time for that, but it's just a matter of time before he shows up here in 25. Baby, what is all that noise? Who is making all that ruckus? You hear that noise, you know what that means. It's time for Cameron Sawyer. This man is set. This man is looking for a victory here tonight. To make this big step. This match is this pay-per-view. This once seasonally show. These matches, this pay-per-view, this whatever you want to call it. One of the biggest nights here in AoK. This can make and break careers, can bring superstars to life. We have seen it crush the hopes and dreams. We've seen it shatter the glass ceiling. Malibu making his way in. Tag team elimination, Malibu and Cameron Sawyer. First time tagging for these two. We would be considering this here one of their dark matches. That's how I see it. A little bit of a dark match. In gaming, if get that guy lined up here before too much longer, man. I am pumped. I've seen him over in WCW. Cannot wait to see the Hero in action here in AoK. Coyote Kid, Trick Shot, the Shadow Syndicate, Malibu, and Cameron Sawyer. Again, first time tagging for these two. Here we go. And the Shadow Syndicate giving up a ton of size difference here. The absolute underdogs in this match. Even Cameron Sawyer is bigger than both of them. OTM, welcome in, Brawl. Just in time, opening match, tag team elimination. You can still win this match 1-on-2. We are going to see a lot of that tonight because it has been handed down. It has been written. We have heard from Adam Boone and from Connor Riley. The War Raiders will face off against their former partner. I assume former. Their partner, Tofik. In a 2-on-1 War Raiders Justice match. Oh hell yeah! Let me tell you. Oh, I don't have one of those on. I don't have one of those in the rifle there, buddy. I don't have a Stone Cold lined up like that. Wow. I didn't. Wow. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of myself. Get myself a couple Steve Weisers, perhaps. I'm not even going to attempt anymore. It's that bad. We do have a table set up at ringside. And I believe... I'm going to spin this on around here. Make everybody nauseous. Oh, somebody got here just in time. Coyote Kid walking away from Cameron Sawyer, who's leaned up against that table. Perfect opportunity. And he walks away from it. Oh, he'd go get another table that he's not going to set up. Gotcha. Cool. That's a smart move. That's a good move. That was the best move of the night. We got it cover. Nice save there by the Coyote Kid, but unfortunately Malibu able to kick out on his own. Sawyer wrapped up in the corner by the Coyote Kid. Trick shot. Nice standing moonsault. And we get a set of snake eyes, and the Shadow Syndicate doing really well as far as watching each other's back here tonight. Trick shot outside the ring, leaving his partner with both Malibu and Cameron Sawyer. Is this one of them elimination table matches? Is that what I got us into? What was that? Cool. I just got a message. Did you hear that noise? That was the Marvelous one, Bud Marvelous. Letting us in. But he would most definitely be at the grand season opening. AoK Season 6, sorry about that. We got an elimination? What happened? I missed it. Damn you, Bud Marvelous. We got an elimination here. Looks like, is that the Coyote Kid eliminated? 2-on-1 at this point. And not looking good for the Shadow Syndicate, but Cameron Sawyer just whacking away with that chair at anybody. So I guess it is definitely not a... Look at this. Trick shot. Trick shot trying to even it up here. Boot to the thigh, but that knee to the face. By Big Malibu seems to take all the adrenaline there out of Trick shot. Also, Connor Riley has signed for Season 6, the War Raiders. We just got that information this morning. I asked Coleman about Tofik and the War Raiders. That was a to be determined later this evening. Whatever that means, we will see. The face-off, as I said earlier, the War Raiders Connor Riley and Adam Boone. 2-on-1 against Toffik. But unlike Trickshot here, he will not have the help. Toffik will not have the help of a partner to at least wear down and get some help. Trickshot, long run through the ropes onto the bottom of the table. Doesn't see Malibu with the chair, and that could be it there. Malibu with the cover. And no go, big kick out. Trickshot staying in this in a big way. As I said, man, this show, this episode, this pay-per-view, this hoopla, this shindig, this hubbub, if you will. God damn. God damn. He just launched that. That man almost landed on my shoe. Damn, what a DDT by Cameron Sawyer. And this man's still kicking out before the referee can even get there. I was saying, man, this show can change careers, and it might end the career of Trickshot. Gets out of the way of that. Look at this. Can he do it? Has him buckled. Malibu down. Goes for the cover. Cameron standing right there. Takes his time. Makes the save. Has all the time in the world. But Trickshot back to his feet again. And there's some separation here between Malibu and Cameron. Cameron may have inadvertently... never mind. That gap is starting to close. Malibu waiting for the opportunity, and Cameron about to offer it up. Right into the steps. Still a physics issue that I wish they would fix. That they did not fix in 26 or 25, I'm sorry. Headlock DDT for the second time, and Malibu picking Trickshot back up for Cameron Sawyer to hit that suplex knee. Jenna Taylor coming around for the cover. She's down for the pinfall. And Malibu and Cameron with the victory. Way to start the first matchup. BTW, Cameron Sawyer's first win of Season 5. Cameron Sawyer finally getting a victory this late in the game. I told you this can start changing careers. Could he, in the last couple of months, become the blowout? Could he become the blowout wrestler this year? We'll see as we go on. El Monstro del Lago and Larry the Hippie in an I Quit match for the hardcore title. Larry the Hippie will be pulling double duty tonight as he will defend both the hardcore title and the Intercontinental title later this evening against J. Anthony West. We'll see the national champion Bud Marvelous defend against Thomas Page, the Maestro. We will crown our vacated tag team champions as the Blackwells take on Hinkeldimers in a rivalry that's as old as AoK itself and maybe before.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match.
Well, let Samantha take over here for us for just a moment. You guys, I'm starting to get excited about jumping to 25, man. So you may see more episodes closer together. That's a good possibility. Not right away, mind you. Don't get me wrong, not right away. But the closer I get to getting the roster completely filled in, the better we will be. So once I start getting a good run on that, once I feel that the roster is completed enough to launch it, we may start pushing for closer and closer episodes. Instead of just 2 a week, we may be getting some dumps of AoK Championship Wrestling to get us to WrestleMania, to get us to 2K25. Because by golly, it looks pretty, and I cannot wait to share what we got in store for you next season for season 6 of AoK Championship Wrestling. And this man, so far we are unable to lock El Monstro del Lago in for a contract. So far, this man, look at this man. 2 titles, Larry the Hippie. The Intercontinental Champion, the Hardcore Champion. We'll defend them both tonight. Unfortunately for him, not at the same time. He will wrestle 2 separate matches. And again, fortunately for him, they are not back to back. But not much time in between either, so good luck to Larry the Hippie tonight. Hardcore title up for grabs. Second match of the night. First title match of the night. Every single title on the line here. The Monstro del Lago, the challenger. Del Lago actually taking the Hardcore title at the beginning of Season 5, coming out of Season 4 right into Season 5, snagging up the Hardcore title off of none other than Podwaho, before having a fierce battle for that Hardcore Championship against Vulgar the Clown just a month later. Larry the Hippie, of course, taking that off of Explosivo. Here we go, locking up. And El Monstro going right to it. I quit match. The only way to win is to make your opponent say, I quit. Del Lago coming in tough right out the gate. Taking it to the Hippie. OTM, James Coleman is built. He is ready to go, with the exception of his moveset and his entry, the movements in general. I got to jump on all that. Right now, as I said, I am working more on making sure that the bodies are there first. We can worry about that. We can get those movesets as we go, and that will be the time-consuming process. We do have Connor Riley. We did get the moveset that you and I talked about. We did get that. Adam Boone is also set for that. So, That is 2 move sets I do not have to worry about coming to the War Raiders in 25. They are already set to go. Vulgar the Clown has signed on and is typed tight. Tyler the Hyper, what's up, man? Welcome in. Grab a seat. It is the Royal Rumble. I appreciate that. I appreciate all that support, man. And that's all it takes, folks. Boom. That's all it takes. Come in, get creepy with us. It's only weird if you make it weird, man. Yeah, I'm about to make it weird. Welcome in, man. Grab a seat, dude. We are in our second matchup. It is for the hardcore title. It is an I Quit match. Larry the Hippie going outside the ring, looking to find something else to smash across the face. El Monstro del Lago, he comes back with a Singapore cane. Boot to the ribs. And as I was saying earlier, anybody that's any wrestler that's on the roster of 2K24 here, I am manually just rebuilding into 25. So any updates that you would like, as far as I know Gaming had mentioned he would like to see an update to his move set. I got you covered on that. Pooty, welcome in. Good timing. RWP. If you don't mind, will also be manually transferred to 2K25 from the roster of 2K24. Really just taking as many of them and just building them as quickly and right by the numbers, man. I open up 24 on one side, open up 25 on the other, and just paint by numbers. Just match them up quick as shit. Welcome in, my brother. WCW. Represented in the house. And also, Pooty, if you could get me any, if you could put up in Discord any custom images that you may have used or would like for me to use in 25. Feel free to either throw that on Discord or even message it to me through like Facebook. I'm cool with either one. But yeah, if you can, the more wrestlers that have custom images in 24, the harder it is for me to get them into 25. But if you guys already got logos and stuff ready to go, just upload them into Discord, throw them to me in a however you can get them to me. I do need though, Pooty, I do need your WCW golden logo. I'm just too lazy to go make one myself. Haha. Into the corner goes a Maestro. That's coming up later. Goes El Monstro. God damn it. And Larry the Hippie looking to get high. That sounds like a good idea, actually. Let's get it down, because we all know if we're going to get high, it really should be a joint decision. I missed that completely. Let me try that again. I said a joint decision. And Larry the Hippie coming off that top rope and loading it in. Ooh, that's gummy. There. Ooh. Oh. Hippie one more time. Not high enough the first time. Going back for seconds. Cross body. Not going for the cover. Larry the Hippie. I guess there is no cover. This is an I Quit match. You got to make this man tap out, say I quit, or whatever gurgly noises he says. That sounded like my prom date. Anyway, here we go. Fish hook. Speared him with that clothesline, and El Monstro to the outside. Back in with the kendo stick. Shattering it across the bald pate of the hippie. I don't remember what that's called, damn it. I mean, I know it's a spear. I just can't remember what El Monstro calls it. Looking for it. We could see a new hardcore champion right here. The hippie not giving in yet. Not in yet. Gut wrench. Deadlift sit out powerbomb. Good God. And El Monstro says this is it. This would do it. Spins him the whole way over, and he's got an idea. He's got an idea. He's going to bring us in the table. The question is he actually going to use it? The hippie starting to get back to his feet. Big boot to the face. Calling it done. The hippie's still not staying down. Boot to the face. The MWA. The heartbeat is still there. The MWA, as we've run into, goddamn Doug. Holy, I'm going to cut myself off right there. Larry the Hippie with the Spanish announce table right onto the steel chair. And El Monstro del Lago still not giving up. No quit. And again a slam on the chair. The hippie again going up high. Looking for it. Superman punch from the top rope. I was saying, the MWA folks, we are still here. We are still kicking. The schedules are just a little weird as we find our way and find our new path. We are working forward to getting the MWA back and into a smooth transitional period. We appreciate your patience. We appreciate your support. As Larry the Hippie looks to end this with the Fertile Crescent kick followed by the Spanish announce table. And Del Lago. The name's all screwed up. Del Lago slipping through the back. What? Pulling out on Larry. Coming through with a big clothesline. Follows it up with a second leg sweep. And the hippie, in control of the match, the hardcore champion, buckling that chair around the knee of El Monstro del Lago. Big roundhouse kick, and both men down. Oh shit. We're important. I gotta quiet this thing down here tonight. The whip it into the corner. El Monstro back outside looking for more damage-making materials. the right hand. Asked him if he fucking wanted one, but Larry the Hippie takes him right into the corner. Scoop slam. The Hippie one more time to the top. Another crossbody. The Hippie landing on those steps. I'm watching this table down here phase in and out through the ring. I've been having a good time with it. Spear. Hits it for the second time. Cranking on the neck. And now Monstro del Lago has toppled the hardcore champion. It is time for a second reign of El Monstro del Lago. Back to the MWA, folks. I am the Ace of Knaves. 1/3 of the MWA, the Marvelous Wrestling Alliance. We are here to bring you pixelated wrestling to get your fix. Follow myself, the Ace of Knaves Entertainment, as well as Corner Studies Wrestling, and I am Pootie227. I am Pootie227 brings you WCW, Monday Nitro, and Thursday Night Thunder on different days of the week. More details on that if you follow. There's the catch, man. There's the catch. If you follow Pootie, you'll understand what I mean when I say that he brings you WCW Monday Nitro and WCW Thursday Night Thunder on different nights of the week. You'll understand that. But you have to follow first. So follow Pootie, follow myself, get over to Corner Studies. He brings you Corner Studies Hardcore TV. And we wish my brother Justin all the luck and get him back up here and running as quickly as we can, because it has been quiet without him. Thomas Page, the Maestro, back in action here tonight. He will challenge the marvelous Buddy Marvelous for the AoK National Championship. This title not having a whole lot of success around the waist of any one person, as it has seen its 7th or 8th title change now with that national title. Of course, Dean Graves being the inaugural national champion, followed up by Benny Bing Bong. Tank capturing it just a few weeks later, where KX followed Tank in the same process. 1 month later, Amadeus. Shadow Syndicate showed up in December, captured the national championship, and Torrance Benjamin recaptured at the end of the month, facing off against Bud Marvelous just 2 weeks ago, losing to the Marvelous One, who would defend it here tonight against this man. The Maestro, Thomas Page. The MWA VIP for life. Covered nicely from his missed action here. Coming back to challenge for the national championship. He's been on a tear through the ranks of late. We got back-to-back title matches here. The hardcore title, you just saw it change hands to El Monstro del Lago. The national title up for grabs in this match, where our vacated tag team titles will be up in the next. Following that, we will see the Women's Royal Rumble. And Larry the Hippie will return to action, if he can, against J. Anthony West, where he will defend his Intercontinental Championship. we'll see a 2-on-1 handicap match, the War Raiders Justice match, where Adam Boone and Connor Riley will team up to take on their partner, or possible former partner, or perhaps future former partner, Tophet. After an explosive backstage episode just a few weeks ago, things have come to a head here tonight at the Royal Rumble. But let's talk about this man, the A-lister Buddy Marvelous, former World Heavyweight Champion, current National Champion. Very integral part of not only AoK Championship Wrestling, but also the MWA as a whole. The Marvelous Wrestling Alliance, proud to bring to you the A-lister, Marvelous Buddy Marvelous. The title somehow fits him tonight. He is here to defend that, and I'm telling you, these two have had some battles here previous, going up for the chance at that title, and they had some straight banger of matches. Tonight, they could top that, because this time there is a real physical item on hand. As Thomas Page lines it up, and he's got that championship in his sight. Unfortunately for him, Bud Marvelous has that championship in his grasp. Another proud AoK roster member here. As I said earlier, we are getting information from the Bud Marvelous camp that he will be there for the debut evening of Season 6. And I quote, "Count on it." Here we go, locking up Bud Marvelous, Thomas Page. Page, the challenger, not starting out too hot here. Bud taking early advantage against the Maestro. Up onto the shoulder, fireman's carry. Drapes him over the top rope, and this crowd, third match of the night, and this crowd is coming alive, man. We cannot hold back the excitement here for the AoK Royal Rumble. We got the women up next. And Thomas Page finding an opening and delivering a little comeuppance. But look at this, Marvelous with the reversal. Takes the light tube away and smashes it across the back of the skull of Thomas Page. Back to his feet, fighting. Taking the Marvelous one down. And man, these two... All right, I told you they were going to burn the house down on this one. Across the ring. Oh, puts the brakes on. That was a pretty good trick up there, Mr. Maestro. Biting the face of the Marvelous one. There are a few contractual obligations between AoK and the Hero, but you were 100% correct. We are working out the finer details for the arrival of the Hero for Season 6. Again, he has been signed for the final push through WrestleMania. I will give you that. Whether or not we will see him tonight in the Rumble, I honestly don't have an answer for it. Because again, I didn't pay no attention to nothing when it comes to that. What I did do the first day, I was like, oh yeah, let me look at that. And then I realized that I opened it and closed the game. So whatever I seen earlier is not going to be whatever is in there right now. So at this point, I really have no clue who is in the Rumble. The entire roster was open to it. We may see the world champion in the Rumble. Hell, I don't know. We'll find out. Thomas Page calling Bud Marvelous back in the ring. He is ready for it. Big clubbing blow. And Marvelous with a snapping neck breaker on the outside. The Maestro, the challenger. Not in a good spot. Boot to the back of the head. That's pretty much where I'm at, man. It's 2K, so there's a good possibility that he is. The best we can hope for is that somebody takes the title from him and then he gets his... You know what I mean? It's really the best we can hope for is if he does. Now, we have had some other dumb shit happen. Don't get me wrong. We've had dumb shit happen with the Rumble where our champion did screw us over all the way up to WrestleMania. Bud Marvelous saved the day. Was that season 2 into season 3, I believe? Or might have been season 3 into 4. It was Zack the Ripper that came to save the day. I could probably look that up. I probably have that at my fingertips. Might have been back further than that yet, too. Oh, it was way back when. Yeah, this is not our first Rumble. This is not our first Rumble. We have had some doozies of endings, man. This is one of, even in video game form, this is one of my favorite nights. One of my favorite matches. And the Maestro challenging Bud Marvelous, who took full advantage with that diving headbutt. Leading the Maestro to the corner. Head full of steam from the other side and a boot to the face. Takes the Maestro down. We got another cover. The national championship on the line. And the Maestro digging deep. Finding those bass notes. Marvelous to the top. Family tradition. That elbow drop has won titles across the globe, and it has retained a title here tonight for the A-lister Marvelous Bud Marvelous.
Here is your winner, and still the national champion, A-list.
Samantha had to think about that. Y'all hear that? She said, and still the national champion. That's good stuff. Buddy Marvelous got his picture taken with his eyes closed. Try again, dude. Take another one. Extreme Rules tag match, the Hinkledimers, the Blackwells. This is a tale as old as time. The Hinkledimers, this rivalry, these two sets of brothers have fought ridiculously a lot over these tag team titles. These are two of the absolute best teams in AoK. They have been through some battles. They have been through wars. They have faced some of the toughest teams in AoK. They are some of the toughest teams in AoK. This matchup could really go either way. The only chink in the armor of either of these two teams is the arm, the elbow of Nick Blackwell. We will see if that becomes an issue here tonight. As the Rocker and the Bulldozer make their way down.
And it is for the World Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 470
Vacated title when Amadeus and Malice split ways with Vulgar the Clown, leaving him here. And on the AoK roster without a faction, without a tag team partner. Vulgar literally laughed it off and was back in action in just a week or so later in singles competition, as if he was never a tag team champion to begin with.
And at a combined weight of
I think there's something.
456 pounds.
Malice handed over his title, Vulgar handed over his, and that was that. Omer and Cletus J. Hinkledeimer in the ring, ready to take on Josh and Nick Blackwell. This could get rough in a hurry. Extreme Rules matchup, World Tag Team titles vacated. Either team's matchup. There was probably 15 wins between these two teams as tag team champions. These two teams, at least 15, if not higher. These two teams have held these belts numerous times. Just in the last 2 seasons, we can count it up from there. Choo choo! Mighty Mouse just for the save. Pow pow! OTM with that quick shot. One tap. As I was saying, the last 2 seasons, the Hinkledeimers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last season alone, 5-time tag team champions. The Blackwells, 3-time tag team champions that come into season 5 as the tag team champions. These guys, as I said, these 2 teams, and that's just in the last 2 seasons, not including the 3 seasons prior. These 2 teams have been at it for years. And look at this. Curb stomp on the bottom of that table, face first on that metal railing. And Omer T taking it to Nick Blackwell up on the shoulders. Fireman's carry across the ring. He's not sure what to do with him here. Nick hitting the top rope. Cletus J outside the ring, under the ring apron, coming back with the kendo stick. One for everybody, a single swat to both, shattering it over Josh Blackwell. Gets hit with a trash can on its way in. I told you, man, this was going to get crazy. This is going to get violent. Blackwell with the reversal chop block on Cletus. Omer T locking up with Josh. Nick Blackwell with a big boot to the face of Omer T. We got ladders, tables, trash cans, busted up kendo sticks. Josh falling into the trash can. There's the action everywhere. We got savings. This is getting tough. Boot to the face. Omer T to the outside. Cletus J raining blows down on Nick. Changes his mind about that. Swing and a miss. The trash can trying to come into play again. Huge right hand by the Wrecking Crew. We got to cover. Cletus kicking out at one. Omer falling into the hands of Josh Blackwell. A little trick move there by Cletus. But unfortunately, leaving Nick Blackwell out here to get a ladder. Lean it up across our desk to the ring. Will we see that come into play? Omer T taken for the ride across the ring one more time on the shoulders of the Rocker. Irish whip hard into the corner. Reversal. Josh Blackwell opening up with a series of blows. Butterfly has him upside down. Pile driver, that may do it. Here tonight, we could be looking at new tag team champions as Nick saves the save. And that is it, the Blackwells capturing gold. Nick Blackwell busted wide open. Good golly goddamn, what a matchup. And just in time, if that did not get your heart rate, we're about to get into it. Our first of two Rumbles. The 10-woman Royal Rumble. The winner of this matchup will go on to face the World Heavyweight Champion. There you go. There's your answer as to who's in the matchup. Alexia, Alice Angel, Amaya, Bessie, Casey, Empress Sparrow, Lilith, Megalodon, Morgan Quinn, and Piper Ramirez. We'll get the same breakdown, I guess, later on as well. Kind of takes some of the suspense out of it, doesn't it? Motherfuckers. So listen, man. We're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow the suspense to be taken out of the second one. As long as this thing doesn't freeze up on us, we're in good shape. We're not getting the loading screen yet. But I'll be cutting the feed, the visual feed before the men's rumble. I will see who's in there. Yeah, we can act like we didn't see this one, but the men's rumble, we're gonna lock that one away. If I'd have known it was going to do this, I would have already pre-planned to have blocked this one for us. But now that I know, we're gonna block the men's rumble. Just kind of takes some of the suspense and some of the fun out of it, to be honest with you. I mean, you always know who's gonna be in the rumble, but like, man, we don't know what order and all that, so that's still a good time. But also, if there is anybody that we big surprises, you know what I mean? Like, if I'd have had surprises, that would have ruined it.
Now, the two superstars.
Let's get to it. We know how it works, Samantha. Just call them. Just tell them bitches to get downhill. Tell them to get downhill. Tell them to get downhill.
Elimination occurs when you are thrown over the top
rope
with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the
Shut
ring
the
will
fuck
be
up.
declared the Royal Rumble
Shut the
winner
fuck
and will go
up.
on to face the champion of their
Shut the
choice
fuck
at
up.
WrestleMania.
Jesus. I love her voice, but Jesus, shut up. First one out, who is pulling number one? Would be Megalodon Casey. It is Bessie.
Introducing the participants. First, from parts unknown, Jesse.
La Serena del Lago. one half of the Guardians alongside your newly crowned hardcore champion, El Monstro del Lago. What a win it would be tonight for Bessie to capture the #1 contendership, the guaranteed spot at WrestleMania for the women's title. Man, power couple indeed. Bessie pulling #1. Let's see where this takes us here tonight.
Who drew #2 from Pennsylvania, Empress.
Ooh, not a good number for Empress nor Bessie. They will start this matchup one-on-one. After 30 seconds, another contestant will come down. I think it's 30 seconds. We'll enter this. Enter the fray and continue until all 10 superstars have been in the ring and or eliminated. The last one standing will face the world champion at WrestleMania. And man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Wait for these entrances. Wait for this matchup to kick off. We're about to see the Intercontinental Championship. Up next is J. Anthony West takes on Larry the Hippie as he makes his second appearance here tonight. Tofik will face both members of the War Raiders, Adam Boone and Connor Riley, in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Falls Count Anywhere for the women's world title, Mama Logan and Zoe Yuri will face off. In our world championship, RWP and Jack Reason to face off for the world title in Extreme Rules before our men's rumble. And Empress taking it right to Bessie. She is leading her right over to the ropes and going to slowly work her opponent over. Hurricane Rana, and we're about to get #3. And who it be? Is that Casey? Piper Ramirez. Piper Ramirez coming to the ring. #3. Hell yeah. Every man for himself. Snap suplex by the Empress. Big boot to the face. And we're about to get #4. That looks like Lilith. Empress and Lilith battling back and forth over the last couple of seasons over the women's world title. Piper Ramirez also amongst them. Bessie, the only one in the ring so far to not hold the women's world title. Over the top rope and hanging on here is Lilith. Unable to get her off of the ring apron. Both feet have to hit the floor in order to be considered eliminated. And here comes #5, and it is Alexia, America's sweetheart, making her way down as we are halfway through this matchup. And a huge clothesline to Bessie. Empress turning her attention, but too little too late. Piper coming in from behind. Lilith battling away from Alexia. Setting her opponent onto the ropes. Taking a step back and a boot. Takes Alexia out. We've had our first elimination. And Morgan Quinn makes her way down as #6. Wait, who just got eliminated? Piper Ramirez, no. Who got eliminated? Oh, damn, I didn't see that. Empress. Who dumped Empress out? I took my eyes away for just a second. Was that Lilith or Bessie? This is going quick. #7 is Amaya. And Amaya tossed back over the top rope almost as quick as she came in. Morgan Quinn locking up with Amaya. Lilith getting up off the mat. Piper Ramirez tossed into the corner. Big elbow to Bessie. Lilith with a side effect. Locking it in. Morgan Quinn looking to lock in an armbar off of that side effect. Nicely done on Morgan Quinn's reversal. And here comes Alice Angel, number 8. Sunset flip bomb. Alice tripping over the bottom rope on her way in. Springboard arm drag, nicely done. Morgan Quinn over the top rope. Amaya lining it up. Morgan Quinn eliminated. Number 9, Megalodon. Lilith looking to eliminate Piper down in the bottom left-hand side. Alice Angel taking on Megalodon in the center of the ring, and Amaya, her sometime tag team partner with Alice Angel. Locking horns here with Bessie. Whip into the corner, reversal. Amaya over the top rope. Megalodon there for the save. And here comes number 10, the final contestant in the Royal Rumble for the women's division. Lilith over the top rope. Nobody there to continue. One of these women will go on to face the world champion at WrestleMania. Guaranteed spot for that event. Alice Angel locking up with Lilith. Piper Ramirez caught up with Casey. Couple of back elbows, breaks free, but Amaya. Megalodon over the top rope. Bessie slow to react, not enough time to get Megalodon to the floor. 3 eliminations so far. And 7 more in the ring. Here we go, into the ropes. Lilith, pop-up kick to the gut. Bessie getting out of a powerbomb situation, but finds herself getting a tilt-a-whirl across the ring by Amaya. Megalodon with a Samoan drop that rocked Alice Angel to the core. Running Psycho Cutter. Alice Angel with a DDT on Bessie. Amaya trying to get rid of Megalodon. Forgot my words. Over the top rope goes Meg, but she holds on to the top. Amaya eliminating Megalodon with a shoulder tackle. Alice Angel with Casey on the ropes. Casey holding on for dear life. Amaya, I thought she was going to come over and help her sometimes partner. Bessie, feet dangling. Pulls herself back in before she can touch. 6 more contestants left. Over the top rope. Alice Angel missing with a shoulder tackle. Lilith able to continue. Bessie over the top rope. Again holding on. Amaya with another elimination. That is her 3rd elimination in this matchup. And Piper Ramirez looking to put an end to all of that. But Alice Angel there to save her partner. Lilith in the corner. This is the first we've actually got to see that mechanic in action, as Alice Angel came over to help Amaya from being eliminated. Will she do it a second time here? No need to. Big German suplex, Alice Angel to Lilith. Piper with Amaya on the ropes. Casey with Alice Angel on the opposite side. Big boot by Lilith. Casey trying to eliminate Alice Angel. Piper Ramirez with a super kick to Lilith. Sweeping STO. Ramirez sent over the top rope. Amaya with a tilt-a-whirl powerbomb down onto Lilith. This is getting rough. 5 contestants left. What a backstabber. Lilith hitting Piper Ramirez. And we're looking for another elimination. Alice Angel. And now Lilith coming over to help eliminate Casey. Will they be successful? Casey over the top rope and down to the ring apron. Able to fend off both attackers, who then turn on each other. And look at this, Casey gonna help Lilith to beat. There is no friends in this. Though we saw Alice Angel and Amaya both come to the rescue of each other. Double underhook package. STO flips her the whole way over with that pump handle. Amaya with Piper Ramirez in a dangerous position. Amaya looking for her 4th elimination. And Lilith over the top rope. Drop kick by Alice Angel may have saved Lilith. As she can hold on, she sure does. And Piper Ramirez eliminating Amaya. Look at this. Unprettier by Lilith. We are down to 4. Amaya being in here the longest at this point. And Alice Angel eliminating Piper Ramirez. We are down to the final 3, and Casey could be taking the long walk as well. Holding on, the final 3. One of these 3 women will end up at WrestleMania. All 3 of these women have held that title. All 3 of these women have held that title proudly. West to challenge Larry the Hippie for that coveted Intercontinental Championship. Jay Anthony come dressed for the job he wants. This is almost like a culture shock matchup. Wall Street versus the hippie movement. He is here for a good time. He was not had a good time earlier tonight against El Monstro del Lago. But he is still dancing. Not as well as he was earlier. But he is back at it. He is ready to defend it. He has to be feeling the effects of that earlier matchup. We will see if that will hinder him in his defense of his second title tonight. As Larry the Hippie makes his way to ringside. Another shout out to the MWA, Corner Studies Wrestling, and our good friend I Am Pooty 227. The MWA, the Marvelous Wrestling Alliance, still bringing you pixelated violence as often as we can get it to you. I am the Ace of Knaves, your host here this evening, every Sunday night and Wednesday night for AoK Championship Wrestling. Join Corner Studies Wrestling for Corner Studies Hardcore Television, and I Am Pooty 227 for WCW Monday Nitro and Thursday Night Thunder. Catch all your wrestling fixes right here on Twitch.tv and the Marvelous Wrestling Alliance.
Introducing the challenger from San Diego, California, weighing in at 239 pounds, Jay Anthony West. And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Larry the Hippie.
Larry the Hippie gonna have a hard time of it here tonight. Coming off of a matchup where he literally had to say, I quit. And now will defend his title, his secondary title, or his second title tonight. The Intercontinental Championship against the jaw dropper, Jay Anthony West. Good luck to Larry the Hippie. The Hippie with this wrist lock. Locks the knees right into the lower back. Boot to the face. And again, back to the wrist. Larry the Hippie finding a strategy here perhaps to help him win and defend in his second title defense tonight. But Jay Anthony, again, obviously much fresher, and Jenna Taylor getting all kinds of in the way there. We're outside the ring. We got ourselves some weaponry in hand. A guitar. Kumbaya, baby. Looking for the cover. And Jay Anthony West. Sharing a strumming pattern with the hippie. The hippie fires back for a cover. Not enough for the pinfall. Jay Anthony fights back. A couple of back elbows. Gets him free. Going for the belly to back takedown. But the hippie reverses it. Into the Spanish announce table. Wowzers. The hacky sack. He's got to cover. And Larry the Hippie holding on to the Intercontinental Championship against Jay Anthony West.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental
She's having a hard time with these titles tonight. The second time she stuttered. Larry the Hippie miraculously holding on to that second title. Coming out glowingly. We're coming up on it. 1-on-2 tornado tag. As Tofik will enter the ring against Connor Riley. I don't see him. Slow with the load. Slow with the loading. Here we go. There it goes. We're going to make it past the dreaded first quarter mark. Some War Raiders justice here tonight. As we line up all the action, let's get to it. This matchup coming to us tonight over Adam Boone in a triple threat in a six-man tag match, with Adam Boone being the only member of the War Raiders left for the second time in the same type of matchup, being the only one to be able to fight the Shadow Syndicate. And Tofik being the first one to be removed from both of those matches. And Adam Boone taking offense, taking issue with the fact that Tofik wasn't holding his own. Rumor has it he threw a locker at him. Connor Riley cleared it up. They said he threw him into a locker. That Adam Boone threw Tofik into a locker, not throwing a locker at him. Though either one was quite fucking believable. Tofik returning to action. He was gone after that matchup, after that altercation with Big Bad. And the War Raiders stand united here Shy of James Coleman, who, of course,
And his opponent.
in any type of hardcore match, we do not allow managers at ringside. Mainly because it'll break the fucking game. But, be that as it may. James Coleman, quote unquote, barred from ringside. And the War Raiders set to go 2-on-1 against one of their own. Tofik has some big feet, big shoes to fill in this one. As Connor goes one-on-one, Adam Boone allowing Connor to get his free shots in here. Before coming into to do any damage either. And you see Tofik reaching more for Boone. Connor again stepping in, but Tofik belly to belly takes him down. Irish whip by Big Bad. And that whole ring just shifted when Boone hit that rope. Look at the strength of this guy. Huge slam. Up to his feet, Boone. Double team action here. The War Raiders double side Russian leg sweep and a cover. Boone looking to make this quick. I thought he would be the one to try to drag this out. But also that may have been more to humiliate Tofik than it is to win a matchup. War Raider justice is how it was brought to us. Boone. Military press slam on Tofik. Rolling out of the way, Connor Riley right there. Tofik again with a back elbow. Doing his best to save himself here. But obviously the numbers are going to be too much. Connor setting it up. The People's Moonsault on its way. And Tofik once again gets the knees up, trying to defend himself. But again, too many. As Big Bad sends him outside, right out here in front of us. Calling Connor out, saying, hey, let's do this. Boom. Slamming the ribs of Tofik against the ring apron. Connor better be careful doing that. Boone getting a little frustrated there. Connor out here bad-mouthing Tofik, telling him to get up. I'm not going to say what else he said to him there, but what we can say on air there is, look at this, Tofik using his opponents literally against each other. Boone falls to a clothesline. Connor Riley up and down for the ride. Tofik trying to brush off that kick from Big Bad. But you're not going to brush off. You can brush that kick off, dude, but you're not going to brush this power bomb off. Damn. And Boone isn't done. He is under the ring, coming out with a kendo stick. And the War Raiders, look at this. Connor Riley hitting Adam Boone. Samoan drop by the Samoan Nightmare. A guillotine leg drop. And Tofik looking to make some distance here. Looking to find a way to separate the War Raiders. Brushes off the clothesline. And Connor Riley tries his best, but ends up getting snake eyed. Sacrificed himself. Boone sent for the ride. Tofik Tofik and Adam Boone nose to nose here in the ring, and Tofik once again takes the ride up overhead and down to the floor. We got to cover and a 1 count. That kick to the ribs. We got to cover. Connor Riley gets a 1. Tofik not putting up too much offense, and when he does, these guys shut it down so quick. Again, rolls out of the way. Connor Riley right there for it. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. And Boone there to pick up the pieces. Sets him against the ropes. What's he got in mind? A big boot to the chest. And Adam Boone, Connor Riley, the War Raiders. Shoulder tackle by the Torpedo. We're taking it back outside the ring. Is this going to continue out here? Connor taking liberties here. Tofik finds these two separated again and goes after Connor. Drives him down again with that slam. Boone sees it too late. Too late for Connor, but look at this. Boone going back inside the ring, calling Tofik in, saying, let's do it. Let's get in here and finish this. 1-on-1. Boone with the cheap shot from behind. Big boot. And the cover, shades of Hulk Hogan. And Tofik kicking out at 2. Big Bad helps his opponent up. Tofik again trying to battle back. Sets it up, pump handle to the shoulder. Samoan driver. That's not what that is. We got to cover. And Connor Riley too close for the save. Locks the big man up, sends him into the turnbuckle. And Connor eats an elbow. Samoan spike, block. Connor Riley. Connor Riley with the recoil. Can't see around the damn post. And Tofik kicking out at 2. This matchup, 2-on-1. I can't believe this man is still fighting these two. Considering Adam Boone said this man wasn't worth anything to the War Raiders. And the Raiders are not holding back here tonight. Tofik showing more heart here tonight than he has in any of the triple threat or the 6-man tag matches. Look at this. Multiple chops by Connor. The double team action of the War Raiders. That close-knit camaraderie. And I think that's what Boone is most upset about, was Tofik couldn't fill that role like Connor Riley does. The double team maneuvers between these two. And Boone. Big kick by Connor, may have hurt himself in the process. And Big Bad locking horns again with Tofik. Into the ropes, another big boot. Another cover. Tofik has been busted wide open. And that is it. The War Raiders. 2-on-1 over Tofik.
Here are your winners.
War Raiders, the only win these guys can get is by beating each other up. That's not true. I'm fucking with you. Again, I don't know what that means for Tofik. Had he won, does that mean he would still be with the War Raiders? He lost. Does that mean that he's not a War Raider, but he put up a fight? Is he still a War Raider? Doesn't matter. Mama Logan getting to cash in her opportunity. She won the #1 contendership at the beginning of in-game January. For this night, right here, right now, The Women's World Championship of AoK on the line, defended by Zoe Yuri against Big Money Mama Logan. Ace needs a little helper here.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match.
You heard the lady.
And it's for the Women's Championship.
Big Money, ready to capture championship gold. It's something that has escaped her for the past 2 seasons. Mama Logan looking to capture her first title here in over 2 years. We kick into it. I said as we kick into it. Let me let you know. Baby. Big Money. Set to fire up against the Crimson Ninja, Zoe Yuri. Chaos. Chris Chaos is also always on deck. Zoe Yuri, the Crimson Ninja, the Women's World Champion, multi-time World Champion. She has run rampant this year as far as this title goes. Running with her second. I'm sorry, this being her third title reign here in AoK. Recapturing this title just a few weeks ago. Prior to that, holding the title from September to December before losing it to Lilith, and then finally recapturing it at the very beginning of in-game January. She is set to defend that title again, this time against Big Money Mama Logan. That might be an interesting episode for a change. I assume they're going to make fun of people like Logan Paul. I mean, I at least hope they make fun of people like Logan Paul.
And her opponent,
And Hulk Hogan.
Japan, the Women's Champion, the Ninja, Yuri!
Here we go, Zoe Yuri handing the title over so that Mama Logan can get a good look at it. We are about to kick this one off. Our first of 3 main events. Locking up, Yuri with the early advantage. Big back elbow. Yuri taking control here against Mama Logan, the defender on the attack. Defense on the attack. The defending champion on the attack. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Lord. Gotcha. Big shot to the turnbuckle, and Mama Logan runs face first in the turnbuckle and then gets a set of boots right in its place. The whip, the reversal. Moving out of the way again, Yuri with a quickness. A real quickness. Double foot stomp off of that victory roll. We got to cover. And it's only one. Zoe Yuri looking to make this a quick night for herself. Mama Logan back to her feet, heading for that wheelbarrow. Holds on to it. Rolls her over for the cover. We could see a new champ here. Only one by Yuri. Collar and elbow, boot to the midsection. The whip. Pulls her back in for an uppercut. She's got herself a sledgehammer. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. And we're going to battle over the sledge. Yuri sending Mama into the steps. What the hell did she hit? Let's get our drones out. Get that camera going for us. Rocker dropper by Zoe Yuri. We got it covered. Falls count anywhere. World title on the line. We got a 1. We got a 2. And a kick out. Before the 3. Mama Logan still in this matchup. And Yuri looking to end it here with a curb stomp. Mama Logan reverses it with an RKO. Holy damn. Mama Logan looking to go for the world title. Victory roll, sunset flip bomb for the cover. And almost 3. Almost 3 coming up just that short. Pulling on the hamstring. Mama Logan in firm control of this matchup. Side Russian leg sweep. She may have hurt herself with that one. Back to her feet, Mama Logan. Coming back with a kendo stick. Yuri rolled right into that. Back to her feet, Mama Logan trying to block it. Ends up at ringside, staring up at the lights. Reverses. Mama Logan taking her time here, stalking in, taking her time to get her bearings, catch her breath before moving back in on the inside of the knee. We got a mountain punch. And a big right hand by Mama. We'll move out of the way here again as they're battling it out right here beside us. Into the side of the table. Again with the Russian leg sweep. Big Money back under the ring apron. Falls count anywhere, and we got ourselves a steel chair. Yuri trying to get back to her feet. Hair pulled to the mat. And Mama Logan is looking for that world title. And she will do anything, including knock us out of our seats. Reverses. Yuri sends Mama into the barricade. The world champion trying to find some way to get control of the matchup. And again, the reversal again into the side of our desk. And again into the side of the desk. That's getting tiresome. We got to cover. World title up for grabs. Mama Logan could walk out of here the champion. She gets a 2. Big Money with the steel chair. And Yuri. Pop up drop kick. We got to cover. Referee there for the count. And Mama Logan keeping this matchup going. Head up to the ringside area. Zoe destroying the desk here. Clearing out the monitors. And again, back on the attack. Setting her up again. This time she connects. Shoulders are flat to the concrete. We got to cover. AoK Women's Championship stays around the waist of Zoe Yuri. Golly.
Here is your winner, and still the women's champion, the Ninja, Yuri!
Zoe Yuri retains one more time. She has been a force to be reckoned with here in AoK, and it looks like she intends to keep it that way. OTM dropping the news. Tawfik is out of the War Raiders. He is on his own from here on out. Straight from Coleman. We're heading into it. RWP getting his opportunity to put his name across the nameplate of the AoK World Championship. RWP breaking the curse of the AoK title. That belt never left the hands of the AoK originals. RWP, the first outsider streamer to be able to come in and able to capture the world title. The second of 3 main events.
And it is for the World Championship!
You order this one for the world title. Coming to ringside, ready to fight it out against Jack Reason, RWP, Mr. 420. Updated RWP coming shortly. Rudy and I will get some information back and forth and do what we can to give you guys the Season 6, the MWA sponsored AoK roster that you guys deserve. We are going to give you guys as many as we can. Well, we try to recruit more the old-fashioned way. You bring in the viewers, and the viewers get their wrestlers. That's the way to do it. It's just so hard to get the this 2K25 this 2K25 debacle with the community creations between the gens, the non-cross-platform community creations really hurt. I think it really hurt this game a bit. And your world champion. This man attacked Ken Bouchard, took his title the same night, able to defend it, defeating Bouchard. Moving on into the Royal Rumble main event, second of 3 main events, as the world champion, facing the #1 contender, RWP. And Jack Reason will return in Season 6. He is set to defend that world title Wait till you see what we got in store for you come season 6. The brand new titles coming out. We'd like to get the, like to try to update all the titles. We did notice, we did come to our attention that the women's title has not had an update other than color changes for quite some time. I'm going to do my best to give us a new women's title. And we will see what happens.
From Manchester, England, weighing in at 232 pounds, the world champion, the wounded Jack Rude Boy Death.
The world title being walked across the ring, shown to RWP. This man ready to recapture that title, looking to have his second reign. This close to WrestleMania, what it means to be the champion heading into WrestleMania. What it means to be this close to the end of the road. And RWP wastes no time. Jack Reason ducks the big clothesline and fires off. These two wasting no time, and this one is going to be a barn burner, folks, as Jack Reason looks for the boot. RWP rolls out of the way, but finds himself tossed into the corner. Big mule kick, moonsault, drop kick into the arm puller, and damn, Reason's on fire. Outside and under the ring, Potter. He really got him good with that armbar. He may have dislocated a shoulder. Driving the knees into the ribs. Off the monkey flip, and here we go. Again with the knees. And a huge forearm to the face. Reason with a drop kick to the base of the neck, the height of the shoulders, and he is outside and under the ring again. Bringing back a kendo stick. That is also one of Potter's favorites. Rolls out of the way. Big shot to the forehead. Swing and a miss. Able to get that kendo stick away from him. Primitive but effective. A huge headbutt. And a kick to the midsection. RWP hits the cutter. That may do it. New world champion at hand. Let's look for it. 2 count only. And I got to remember that we got to throw up a distraction screen before firing up the next matchup. And busting that Singapore cane into splinters across the ring. RWP for the title. Big boot to the face of the champion. The whip into the corner, off the ropes. Ducks down, over the top. Potter gets caught up there. Jack Reason for a second had the surprise, but Potter back in control. Has his opponent on the ropes, looking to choke him out. Sick little man. And we're going to duke it out here. Chop after chop. Catching Potter more on the back of the head than in the face on that last one. And this chop fest going on. Potter, one of the toughest in the group. But again, don't let Jack Reason fool you. He took his time getting to the championship. But when he got there, he went at it in a big way. And these two, neither one backing down. Fist of faces. And I don't know if either one of them got an advantage. Potter swinging first. Sends the champ onto the ropes. he got in mind here? Drapes and gut first. Quick cover. World title in the hands of RWP as it slips through. Jack Reason getting the shoulder up before the count of 3, and the challenger. Knows that the elevator to success runs so seldom. It is best to make a ladder, yeah? Here we go, cover. Jack Reason gets a 2 count. Irish whip across the ring and over the top rope. We are back at ringside here with Potter. And Reason. A little spring in his step. Potter eats the knee. And this Extreme Rules matchup. And I believe we're about to get ourselves a trash can. Nah, Reason gonna leave it behind over the ropes, or over the steps. Potter missing with that clothesline, tried to catch him. Uses the stairs off of that twisting neck breaker. And a huge chop to the chest. Jack Reason lines it up. Torture Rack GTS does him no good at ringside. He's got to pin the man inside the ring. But as it stands, Potter has to beat Jack Reason. Jack Reason does not have to beat RWP in order to hold on to that title. 0 rules, no disqualification. This could go on all night. Potter with a psycho cutter at ringside. Where's he going? He is looking to make sure he sets an example. Has Potter taken offense to the cheap shot to the former champ, Ken Bouchard? The fact that they saw it honorable that Bouchard cashed in the Money in the Bank. He had earned that Money in the Bank spot to cash in whenever he wanted. Jack Reason just attacked the world champion to force his hand on a title defense. Honor among thieves. RWP finds himself with shoulders down. The challenger looking up at the lights for the count of 2. Continuing on, Jack Reason circling around. Finds RWP in the corner. The whip into the ropes. Single leg drop kick. The challenger's shoulders are down once again. RWP bleeding from the forehead. We got a cover. And again, not giving in to the insanity that is Reason. Facebuster, double underhook onto the bottom of the table. And Potter digging to the bowels of hell to find the energy to kick out of that. And Reason has had enough. Potter getting back to his feet. Has his back, look, and Reason not using. Potter giving him the opportunity to not even have to use the sledge. Sweeping slam. And both men down. Potter using the ropes. Reason back to his feet first. And in better conditioning. And the chant starts in chat. Too explicit for the air. It's not explicit. I've said worse than that at the dinner table. Look at this. Jack Reason rolls him up with an inverted pile driver. That has to be enough to keep RWP at bay. And Reason continues his reign as the world champion.
Here is
Jack Reason holding on to that title. RWP coming up just short. Probably of a concussion. As we get ready to enter our 30-man AoK Royal Rumble. The biggest names on the roster. No, you guys hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna give you that little screen right there. I personally am gonna go silent a moment because I'm about to sneeze. So I will be right back on that. And that's all the time we needed, baby. We are gonna get at it. I know who's in it, but I have no idea. I know some of the. I mean, I don't know. I know. You know what I mean? I'll be just as surprised when they come out as you guys, even though I know names. That's all I got. I got names, man, and not even all of them. I didn't memorize them all. We're going to let Samantha finish up for us. I look for my little notepads here in front of me. Keep track of these eliminations because that's always fun. I will say Amaya coming out with the most eliminations earlier this evening with the Women's Rumble.
Introducing the participants. First, from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Maya knocking all kinds of people out. Three consecutive eliminations by Amaya in that Women's Rumble earlier. Logan Hawk drawing number 1. I didn't even see his name on there. Logan Hawk drawing number 1. As he makes his way down, we have yet to have the signed paperwork, the signed signature of the real deal, the High Justice Logan Hawk. For season 6, but I assure you that this man will not let us down for season 6. There's some names you can just count on, and that man is one of them. As the big man, Logan Hawk. Better for everybody else that he comes out first than last. That just made the Rumble a whole lot easier for everybody else, but probably in Logan Hawk's eyes, a whole lot funner for him.
Introducing the individual who drew number 2 from Long Island, New York.
Johnny Cruz.
225 pounds. The Soldier.
General Cruz making his way down. We have seen his paperwork exiting the AoK offices, the invitation extended. That is another name that is tight on the list here. Said these names start crawling through. Johnny Cruz. The Cruz Missile looking to go to WrestleMania in the main event in that guaranteed spot. Man, gaming, I've been on a lot of those tonight too. I just kind of caught up with chat there for a second. Hot shit over here. But yeah, it's been hard not. Logan Hawk hard into the corner. And Cruz looking to make quick work of Logan, but no go with those tree trunk legs. And that looks like Maston Harmon. Half of the cursed. That has somebody for Logan Hawk to go eye to eye with, and poor Johnny Cruz. And here's the thing, Johnny Cruz ain't no slouch. Johnny Cruz stands 5'11". I mean, he ain't no 6-footer. But, you know what I mean? Like, Johnny Cruz ain't no little guy. And he is dwarfed by the two men in the ring with him. And who is this? Podwaho. Pulling number 4 is Podwaho. And he is even, oh man, and he's even smaller than, oh man. Podwaho changing his mind about going after either one of those two and turning to somebody closer to his size. He finds himself in trouble over the back. Quickness, overpower every time. As we get ready for number 5. Pod tossed into the corner, and Logan Hawk with a huge headbutt on Maston Harmon. Number 5 is Prestige, the king of old school. Not a good number to be either. But he is coming in straight after Johnny Cruz. Look at this. Podwaho putting the brakes on Prestige. Like Prestige was heading straight in for a prestidigitation. Podwaho up for the ride, gets himself free. Into a clothesline super kick. Sends Johnny Cruz out. And who is that? Bud Marvelous. At number 6. Maston Harmon eliminated. 2 eliminations, Prestige and Bud Marvelous going face to face. And Prestige going face to turnbuckle. Logan Hawk checking in on Prestige and Bud. Those 3 do not get along. That was the whole reason for the entrance of Logan Hawk into the AoK roster. Bud saves himself the right hand. Podwaho lining up with Logan Hawk, and that, my friends, is El Demonio. Another entrant. Dean Graves making his way down. Logan Hawk, Bud Marvelous in the corner. Prestige going after Marvelous again. Dean Graves right after Logan Hawk. El Demonio staying back, letting everybody else do some of the work. Prestige finds himself in a powerbomb. Bud Marvelous. El Demonio almost launched out of the ring by Logan Hawk. Number 9, The Hero, has entered AoK in the Royal Rumble. Podwaho over the top rope. Bud Marvelous looking to eliminate Logan Hawk, battling off. And Prestige locking up with The Hero first. Pump handle drives him down. El Demonio, look at this. Logan Hawk dumping. Dean Graves right out of the ring. Logan's second elimination. Podwaho coming to the rescue of Prestige. Turns his attention to The Hero. J. Anthony West. J. Anthony West coming up short earlier on his quest for the Intercontinental title. This man going to jump right in and try to go for the world title. Snap suplex on Bud Marvelous. The Hero locking up with Podwaho, taken down by a waist lock and a series of punches. And Prestige on J. Anthony West. El Demonio with Logan Hawk on the ropes, looking for the clothesline of Logan with the reversal. Prestige and Podwaho teaming up on Jay Anthony. The Hero coming out of the corner after big Logan Hawk. Jay Anthony on the ring apron saves himself. The Hero and Podwaho. We're about to have number 11 join us here. 3 eliminations so far, 2 of which have been at the hands of Logan Hawk. Logan not catching that spear. That looks like the great Ramadan Steve. Number 11, Ramadan. Into the ring here for us tonight. And Logan Hawk with the Hero. The man looks like he should be on a light cycle. That's a reference for a movie you may not know. But if you feel the need to know the reference, that's all you need is light cycle. One word. And Prestige with a double noggin knocker on Podwaho and the great Ramadan Steve. Pod on the ropes, Prestige caught up by Ramadan. And Prestige eliminated by Ramadan Steve. And he is not a happy don't blame me, dude. Keep walking. Podwaho and Bud. The Hero lining up, looking at Jay Anthony. The great Ramadan taking a breather here after that battle with Prestige. Looking for him. Big boot to the face and turns his attention to El Demonio. Ramadan with a clothesline. Logan Hawk with a clothesline on the Hero. Turns his attention to Ramadan Steve. Jay Anthony West and Podwaho down in the left-hand corner. Big German suplex. El Demonio across the ring on Bud Marvelous. Holy damn. The Hero with an avalanche clothesline on Logan Hawk. And now teaming up with Bud Marvelous. Side Russian leg sweep. Marvelous one locking horns. Now with the Hero, James Coleman making his way down at number 12. Jay Anthony finds himself in this wrist lock. And Marvelous hanging onto the ring apron. Eliminated by the Hero. The Hero getting an elimination here, but also getting speared by Ramadan Steve. Coleman back to his feet, going after Jay Anthony. Ramadan attacking Coleman. El Demonio unsure of where he wants to be. Podwaho and Logan Hawk. Big forearm Podwaho and Coleman. Jay Anthony West picked it up and slammed it back down. And Logan Hawk still in this. We are about to welcome our number 13 in, and Logan Hawk has been in here since number 1. That interceptor just about took Jay Anthony West right in half. Podwaho up and over, DDT on the Hero. There's a whole lot of action there. El Demonio hasn't moved from the ringside area. He has been holding on to that top rope. As the Dago Zoo lock horns for the first time in this matchup, and we got Torrance Benjamin as lucky number 13. Logan Hawk eliminated by Podwaho. The Hero eliminated by Torrance Benjamin. Back-to-back eliminations. I almost missed all of that. There's a lot going on there. Jay Anthony West and Coleman. Coleman reverses it over the top rope. Ramadan with a big reversal on El Demonio, and Podwaho needing the ropes to stand upright. Everybody's safe back in the ring, and we are only at number 14 to be the next number out. Torrance Benjamin and El Demonio. Ramadan Steve picking up Podwaho. Coleman locks horns with J. Anthony West. Short face DDT. And the scuffling hillbilly makes his appearance. Coleman trying to get rid of the jaw dropper. Oh shit, what did I miss? Did I miss something already? Who'd that be? Is that Pandinas? Podwaho going over the top. Torrance Benjamin has an opportunity at number 15, Pandinas. Everybody in here tonight, Jesus. Podwaho eliminated by Torrance Benjamin. This is heating up. J. Anthony West over the top rope, eliminated by his tag team partner, El Demonio. J. Anthony West eliminated by El Demonio. Are you kidding me? His own partner. That just changed everything in the AoK roster. Jesus. That's not going to go over well, but it is every man for himself. Maybe they'll see it that way. I don't know. It's J. Anthony West. I can't imagine. He's going to appreciate El Demonio's demeanor here tonight. That was fun to say. El Demonio's demeanor. Sounds like a punk band from the 70s, man. El Demonio's demeanor. Number 16 about to make their entrance, and it is other half of the Luchadors. Pandinas and El Scorpio coming in back to back. Number 15 and 16. El Scorpio holding on barely as Pandinas tries to eliminate, and El Scorpio just had the shortest run ever. El Scorpio eliminated by El Demonio. Torrance Benjamin. Was that Grizz he eliminated? Sure was. Grizz eliminated by Torrance Benjamin. And El Scorpio, Pandinas barely holding on here. As Vulgar has made his way in. I missed that entrance completely. That was a whole lot of action all at once. And is that... Who's that? He's returned. He's returned. The Ripper. This man has walked around for the past few weeks as the Savior. He has returned here tonight. It's the Rumble. It's the Rumble. We're not going to get too much into it. Griffin Reed also in the ring here. There's so much going on. Ramadan Steve eliminated by, I believe, James Coleman. There's so much going on here. The Ripper and Pandinas Griffin Reed and the Ripper. El Demonio sending Vulgar over the top rope, but not fast enough to keep him there. Big backdrop of a suplex. Torrance Benjamin and James Coleman. Vulgar and El Demonio. And El Demonio on the ring apron. Eliminated by Vulgar. Torrance almost eliminated there by James Coleman. And we're about to have number 20 enter the ring. And that looked like Smoke Maximus. Double noggin knocker. Coleman saving himself there. Smoke, number 20. And he is taking it to Torrance Benjamin. Coleman and Pandinas with the removal. Vulgar over the top rope. Smoke Maximus missing out on an opportunity. Pandinas with a drop kick to Griffin Reed. And number 22 about to enter the arena. And it is the Maestro Thomas Page. Pandinas saves himself from Griffin Reed. Zach the Ripper returning here tonight. I'm still stunned that the Ripper would return. But the curse of the Rumble would have to bring that out of him. Number 22. On their way to ring in 4 seconds. Here we go. Pandinas eliminating Griffin Reed. This is his second elimination of the night, and he is after Zach the Ripper. Well, we got Kenny Dale in the ring. Thomas Page and Pandinas teaming up together to remove Zach the Ripper, and they fail miserably. Vulgar with Smoke Maximus. Front face lock. Drives him down with that impaler. The Ripper missing one right beside him here on Pandinas. Double team action. Zach the Ripper and Smoke Maximus. Go figure. Torrance. Boot to the face of Kenny Dale. A clothesline to the Ripper by Maestro, and locking horns with Vulgar. The Maestro on a tear here, but Pandinas, Torrance Benjamin in the DDT. Vulgar sending the Maestro over the top rope and hangs him. The Maestro not lost in long as Vulgar picks up that victory there. Who'd that be? KX, number 23, KX in the building. Torrance Benjamin eliminated by Vulgar. Vulgar picking up a couple of them here as well, like 3 of them. Vulgar looking pretty good tonight with 3 eliminations to his name. Smoke and Kenny Dale with Smoke looking to get rid of Vulgar. Kenny Dale looking to get rid of the Ripper. Both of them holding on. Pandinas with KX in the upper right-hand corner. And this matchup continues. We're about to see number 24 come into the ring. Chris Chaos. These guys coming in later here. That's the ticket. KX unceremoniously dumped by Pandinas. This is his 3rd elimination. Pandinas and Vulgar looking for the most eliminations here tonight. Vulgar sends Ripper over the top rope, and it's Benny Bing Bong at number 25. Let's go, Benny. Vulgar eliminated by Smoke Maximus. Pandinas eliminating Zach the Ripper. Who would that? What is going on here? Who else just got eliminated? Smoke? Who got rid of Smoke? Was that Smoke that got rid of that? Who got rid of Smoke? Kenny Dale dumped by Pandinas. I lost track. Where am I at? Who eliminated Smoke? Kenny Dale. Gotcha. Where's he at? Alright, there we go. It's not the best system, but it's a system that's semi-working for me here. Leon Oscuro coming in at number 26. Bouchard, number 27. And who did Leon dump out? What is going on? Every time I look down to... I'm only jotting numbers down for Christ's sake. Is that Leon dumped Kenny? And it's Tank. This is getting to be too much. IKB going right to work. Tank helping IKB get rid of Leon Oscuro. Will they succeed in this attempt? Chaos over the top rope by Pandinas. Benny Bing Bong lines it up. Drop kick. Nothing happens. Oh, Chaos puts the brakes on. Number 29, the Celtic Wolf. Comes right in and goes right after Pandinas. Tank sending Benny over the top rope. Leon with a big belly to back takedown on Ken Bouchard. Celtic Wolf face plants him. And number 30, the New End Nightmare. One of these men. And there ain't many left. There is not many left. Pandinas, Chris Chaos, Benny Bing Bong, Leon Oscuro. Ken Bouchard, Tank, Wolf, and the New End Nightmare. Here we go. Pandinas, at this point, the man that has been in there the longest. Coming in at number 15. This man has been in here for literally over half of the entrance. He is the midway point. Benny set up on the rope by Pandinas. Celtic Wolf getting back inside the ring, taking his time, finds the New End Nightmare. Leon Oscuro sending Bouchard into the ropes, reverses it. Benny removed by Pandinas. It's his 5th elimination tonight. Tank, his 6th elimination. Jesus. Man is on a tear. Chaos sent to the corner. Pandinas moving in. He is not the person to be messing with tonight. Bouchard finds himself face to face with the Celtic Wolf. Over the top rope. The Wolf at the hands of Bouchard, hanging on. The New End Nightmare going after his own teammate, Leon Oscuro. Members of the Shadow Syndicate face to face. And Chaos hits that vicious DDT on the New End Nightmare. Lines it up, Bouchard again. He strikes from the Wolf. Pandinas over the top rope. Leon Oscuro had the opportunity. And the Wolf moved in. Look at this. Package side slam. We're down to 6 men. One of them will go on to be the main event of WrestleMania AoK. Bouchard looking for the Bouchard bomb. And it lands. Chaos breaking away from Celtic Wolf. Wolf sets him on the ropes. Has him up on his shoulders. Chaos stuck his finger in his eye. When in doubt, poke her eye out. Gets the knee up, and I believe Chaos may have just taken that shot to the nose. Looking at vendettas here tonight. Bandinas wore out. His tank is on empty, and Leon Oscuro eliminating Pandinas. Unbelievable. As this match continues, we're down to the final 5. Two members of the Shadow Syndicate. 2 members of the AoK Originals. And the Celtic Wolf, a member of the new breed, so to speak. Bouchard over the top rope. Chris Chaos owed him that. Chaos eliminating Ken Bouchard. Bouchard cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then losing the title before Chaos could get any kind of revenge back for it. That was their first meeting since the Golden Cash-In. Chaos, Final 4. Chaos hits the Chaos Effect. Leon Oscuro, the New End Nightmare, Celtic Wolf, and Chris Chaos. 2 members of the Shadow Syndicate who have already turned on each other. And they are not going to let the fact that they are teammates stop them from an opportunity at the world title. Celtic Wolf and Chris Chaos locking up here in the bottom corner. Huge standing power slam. Leon Oscuro rolls through with a sit-out powerbomb. And Chaos looking to get weird here. Chris, gotta make it creepy. You called for it. OTM called for it. Now you got it. Creepy Chris, gonna get creepy for us. Look, Leon Oscuro has no idea what to do about it. Absolutely terrified. Good night. Another shot from the Sister Abigail. The Chaos Effect. And the New End Nightmare, the leader of the Shadow Syndicate, and Chris Chaos both with an opponent on the ropes. Chaos eliminating the Celtic Wolf. We are down to it. The final 3, Chris Chaos, Leon Oscuro, and the New End Nightmare. It is the Shadow Syndicate. But it is still every man for himself. There is no strategy of teamwork between the Shadow Syndicate. The New End Nightmare just decides he's just going to take all of this for himself. But again, Leon, huge reversal, drives him to the mat. Drop toe hold, slides into that, taking Chris Chaos off his feet. And Leon one step ahead. Looking to eliminate the former champ. Chaos. Holding on to that bottom rope, one-handed. This could do it. Now saved again. And again, the New End Nightmare. His own stablemate, his own teammate. Sidesteps Chaos. This is another one of those ridiculous Royal Rumble endings. Two members of the same team who are not working together. We've had an elimination once tonight from the Dago Zoo when El Demonio eliminated J. Anthony West. The Royal Rumble brings out the worst and the best of everybody. We are down to the last three, and again, New End Nightmare cleaning house. Chaos. Still fighting this as a triple threat. Yeah, they were, well, I mean, El Scorpio didn't last long enough to... I think El Scorpio may have gotten the world record tonight for us. He may have gotten the AoK record for shortest time in the ring. I'm gonna call it official because that was quick. And Chaos, it is down to the final two. Chaos eliminating number 30. And we are down to number 24 and number 26. Drop kick by Leon Oscuro. The Shadow Syndicate wins no matter what. At this, well, would have won no matter what if Chris Chaos would have left. Leon Oscuro could be placing the Shadow Syndicate at the top of the peak again. Chris Chaos, former world champion, fought his way through this season to recapture the title, to win the title, and then had to recapture it. Only to lose it to the golden ticket cash-in of Ken Bouchard. And now battling it out here at the Royal Rumble. If Chris Chaos can win this match, he will guarantee he ends the season at WrestleMania in the world title main event. Will Chris Chaos finish his story? Doesn't look like it. Leon Oscuro set to line it up, but talking smack on Chaos. Chaos coming off the ropes. Leon may have made a mistake. Again, sets him against the ropes, and again, Leon trying to dump Chaos over the top. Chaos to the ring apron. Elbow to the inner knee, gets an opportunity, finds an opening, and a headbutt off that double behind the back wrist lock. Ripcord clothesline, and Chaos is ready for it. Another Chaos effect, the third one of the match, and all three of them landing on Leon Oscuro's skull. Chaos. We've seen it before. Be careful. And Chris Chaos is going to WrestleMania.
Here is your winner.
What a season so far for the chaotic one, Chris Chaos. Chris Chaos with a hell of a run through of season 5 here of AoK, coming in early with that world title win. losing it to RWP, recapturing it from RWP, and then again losing it to IKB. But that is it. Chris Chaos heading to WrestleMania as the main event. Holy damn. Holy damn. Holy damn. That's all I can say. Good for Chaos. It has been a long time coming for that young man, and he has made it for the world title. Don't forget, we still have plenty of time for a lot of that. Cameron Sawyer and Malibu picking up the victory on the opening matchup. El Monstro del Lago, your new hardcore champion, picking up the victory off of Larry the Hippie. Bud Marvelous retaining the national championship over Thomas Page. The Blackwells recapturing for the third time in the last 2 years the world titles for the tag team division over the Hinkle Dimers. The Women's World Championship will have its challenger named Casey at WrestleMania. J. Anthony West coming up short against Larry the Hippie in the Intercontinental title. And Tophet getting an absolute beatdown by the War Raiders, Adam Boone and Connor Riley. Mama Logan falling short for the world title against Zoe Yuri, as did RWP and Jack Reason. And we just witnessed it. Chris Chaos heading to the World Heavyweight title main event at AoK WrestleMania. Let's take a look at February. In-game February. Josh the Blackwells and the Luchadors getting into it. We'll talk about that here in a bit. We'll look at that later. We need to look at this. This is what we need to look at. Chris Chaos absolutely jumping to the number 1 spot, with Larry the Hippie still at number 2. Good job, New End Nightmare. Doing his best through the Rumble. Moved him to number 3 with the Maestro at number 4. The Good Reverend Ripper moving to 5. The Empress Sparrow at number 6, rocking the top of the ladies edition. RWP at number 7. Adam Boone of the War Raiders at number 8. Casey, number 9, your challenger for the world title at WrestleMania. Buddy Marvelous, the national champion, cleaning up number 10 spot. Josh Blackwell, your new tag team champion at number 11, with El Monstro del Lago, the hardcore title carrier, at number 12. Omer T. Hinkle-Dimer at 13. J. Anthony West moving to number 14 with El Demonio, his tag team partner, and there has already been rumbles backstage about an altercation between the two, at least verbally. Mama Logan at number 16. El Scorpio at number 17, with the other half of the Hinkle-Dimers at number 18. James Coleman at number 19. Zoe Yuri at number 20, your World Women's Champion. Cameron Sawyer, honorable mention. This man trying to move into the top 20 on his first ever win. Let's take a look at what AI says we might do, but we're going to laugh at it. Josh Blackwell and Pandinas, we may let that ride. This may be a thing with Nick at ringside. Buddy Marvelous, Coyote Kid, and Tophic. Triple threat, maybe. Falls Count Anywhere, perhaps, but not those 3 per se. Torrance Benjamin and Grizz Kuklinski is a good idea. El Monstro del Lago and Leon Oscuro. Hey, maybe. Maybe. That's the thing. We might run that mixed gender. We'll see about that. This tag team, that's not going to happen for any reason. I don't see any reason to put those 4 men together. Nor these 4 women. I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, maybe. There's a match. We'll talk about that ridiculousness. Ken Bouchard trying to get another shot at that. We'll talk about that as well. But my friends, that is all the time we are putting into this tonight. I appreciate everybody coming in, supporting us. Again, this is my favorite night. The Royal Rumble. What a rush. Casey Nguyen to go on to the Women's World Title match at WrestleMania AoK. And Chris Chaos gets his opportunity to leave WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion. Holy shit, the fireworks. Holy shit, the fireworks for Chris Chaos that night. I am your host, the Ace of Knaves. I will be back here on Wednesday night with more AoK action. Pick up Pick up your more MWA action across the MWA universe over at IamPooty227. He is on a sporadic schedule, so jump over there, follow him, make sure your notifications are on so that when he goes live, you get notified. Till then, friends, I will see you then. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and don't forget whatever it is I was going to say. Think on that. Peace.